Life isn't as dangerous as the news and social media would like you to think. The world is filled with plenty of light humor and good times. However, disaster always has the potential to strike without warning. So you essentially always have to be on the lookout for oddities and things out of place, because gee whiz, information can easily save your life or someone else's in the correct situation. That's where I come in at. For example, if you ever wake up in the middle of the night to the smell of gas, do not turn on the light. A spark from a light switch could blow up the entire house. Or, if a tornado looks like it's not moving, it's actually moving directly towards you. Crazy, right? Here is a list of facts you probably didn't know that could save your life. If our content keeps you entertained, please reward us with a like, a share, and subscribe. Already a subscriber? Then don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when new videos drop. Also, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram. To become a supporter of the channel, visit patreon.com/thefactfactory. Everything is appreciated. Now, let's get right into it. If you are in a foreign country and need to call for help, but don't know the emergency number, call 112. It's the international emergency number and will automatically connect you to the nearest helpline. 911 is currently used in North America, while 112 is standard across the European Union, as well as many other countries worldwide. If a service dog ever approaches you without its owner, follow them, and do it quickly, because potentially you can save someone else's life. Seeing a dog in a harness without its owner nearby is unusual. If a service dog nudges you with its nose or barks at you with no owner in sight, it's a clue that the dog could be seeking help. If you accidentally disturb a beehive or wasp nest, do not run for the water. The bees or wasps will simply wait for you to resurface and continue stinging you. Just run fast and as far as you can, because eventually, they will stop following you. Eventually. If someone ever tries to grab you, scratch them. Their DNA will now be in your nails. If you ever feel like someone is following your car, this tip could help you to safety. Take 4 right turns, and eventually it will make a circle. If they are still behind you, that means they are following you. Do not drive home, just call the police and drive to the police station. The more colorful and vivid the animal is, the more likely it's poisonous and you probably shouldn't eat it or touch it. If a fire is getting out of control and you don't have an extinguisher, you can use baking soda to put the fire out quickly. As a side note, it's also a great cleaning solution for tough stains and could also help hide your scent from predators. If ever stranded or stuck, it's helpful to remember the rule of threes. This one is a common rule, but many might not know about it. The survival rule of threes is this. You can survive roughly 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter in extreme conditions, roughly 3 days without water, and about 3 weeks without food. Of course, many of this depends on the harshness of the environment you're in at the time, but this can help you prioritize your needs in an emergency situation. Flying is very safe. But if you're concerned the plane will crash, buy a ticket for a middle seat in the back of the plane. Statistics have shown the fatality rate in these seats is only 28%. Compare that with 44% fatality in the middle third of the cabin, and your chances of survival are much greater in the unlikely event your plane goes down. Most airplane crashes happen within 3 minutes after takeoff, or 8 minutes before landing. The 3 to 8 rule encourages people to be vigilant immediately after takeoff and right before landing, because about 80% of crashes happen during those windows. So it's best to use that time to stay alert and locate exits rather than getting lost in your headphones. Always have a signaling mirror and whistle when hiking. One of the best ways to get someone's attention when they're far away is light and sound. With a mirror and whistle, you can reflect the sun's light and make a high-pitched sound which will more than likely help rescuers find you in the event of an emergency. If you're truly lost on a hike and don't have materials to get you back on track, then you'll need to try to find a fence or a stream. A stream is a better option overall because it provides a source of water, and if it's a big enough river, it could lead you to a town or other people who can help. A fence, on the other hand, is a sign of civilization and could lead you to someone faster. If you ever come face to face with a mountain lion, leopard, or any kind of big cat, don't turn your back on it, just walk backwards. Cats are ambush predators and they'll wait for you to turn around before they attack. Wolves will only attack you if they can intimidate you into running away from them. Standing your ground against a wolf pack will be terrifying, but eventually, they will leave you alone. Here's another good one. If you are ever being chased by a polar bear, get completely naked and drop your clothes on the ground as you run away. Polar bears have really bad ADD. They will stop and firmly inspect your clothes before chasing you again. This will buy time for a getaway. Bowling can be a fun hobby for some, while there are those who bowl professionally. If you are not a professional, you probably didn't know, the machines that sets the pins at the end of the bowling alley are extremely dangerous. So if you slide into the pins as a joke, there is a very good chance you will be crushed to death. When driving, if a deer is running across the road, it's better to hit it than swerve and run into a ditch. If there is a moose in the middle of the road, swerve and run into a ditch. Hitting a moose is like running into a brick wall. That's all for this one. Thank you for watching. Check us out on our socials. Support through Patreon. Go through some of our other videos, like display a list of 20 facts that sound like lies. And as always, I'm already looking forward to seeing you again in the next one.